It is safe to say that we have covered a lot of slashers so far on the channel, but there is one movie we've not covered yet, and that is, well, slashers. Weirdly, in all of my googling of slasher movies so far, you know, to find art, pictures and all that good stuff, I hadn't ever heard of this movie. Thankfully though, Kiki came in strong with the recommendation, so thank you for that one. Where before we've got slasher movies and they sometimes dip their toe into the meta, this movie is going all out and leaning right into that slasher formula, and I for one am here for it. We don't have a group of kids at a cabin or some sort of trapped enclosure. Instead, it is a game show with money up for grabs. I'm not gonna lie, this is a ridiculous one, but it's ridiculous in the best of ways. I was looking for something a bit new because typically I don't go into the comedy horror too much because the comedy side of it is always hit or miss for me, and when it's hit or miss, it's dramatically one or the other. And that goes double for like reviewing the movies, because what I don't want is just a movie full of punchlines because it's difficult to cut between, doesn't give me too much to say. I'm glad to say slashers. It's just ridiculous, but it's horror, and that's where the comedy lies. And it's great, it struck the balance. So without any further ado, you guys know the score by now, grab yourselves a drink, kick your feet up. If you haven't yet, please do hit subscribe, that would be amazing. And a huge thank you to our channel members. Yous are here now. Thank you guys very much. Not only are you supporting the channel and me, but you're allowing me to buy such classics as slashers on DVD. And now let's just find out which of our lucky contestants are able to survive the killers. We are opening this one up hard with a super bright killer chase down. The vibe of this is like an actual killer just walked on set of a kid's show. Like it's weird. Obviously he is supposed to have killed her here, but instead it just kind of looks like he's smooshed in a little bit of blood. Onwards to our show's presenter, just opening up this hit television reality show with what is my new chat outline. He just kicks off this episode of Slashers for us, and yeah, it's definitely a first for the channel. All of it. All of this is a first, and I love it. Super fun! It is a compilation of some of the killers, their kills, and of course the cheers. Our swag boy is coming back on out, and we have cheerleaders too now. People, this is how horror movies need to start. All of them. Forever. For all time. This is horror movie now. Am I ready for a cute and sexy host? Well, I'm not at liberty to say. Hey, liberty. Although just to point out, what a shit camera angle this is. How tall is the cameraman? Like this, it's insane. So basically this show Slashers has been such a hit that it is now on its way to North America to get their own version of the show.
Now I'd like to welcome all our viewers across North America.
I mean, well, not me, but at least she is calling out the majority. Americans, I see you. Now a show like this is obviously going to have a cash prize, but how much is it exactly?
Since none of our participants walked away last week, our jackpot for our lucky contestants tonight is $12 million American dollars!
Jesus Christ, that's not bad at all. Like, sign me up. The DJ now just lays out some riz for Miho.
DJ Slash!
Do you lay out riz? Do you give somebody riz? Do you hand them your riz? I'm not sure. Super fun! So what exactly are the rules though? Let's get into it.
Let me refresh any new viewers on our rules. There are none!
Oh, Miho, you silly little goose. You had me going.
Whoever is left standing at the end of the show is a winner!
So with the rules being straightforward enough, people, are you ready to meet the contestants? These six all wander out now, and it looks like they're pretty well prepared. I mean, if I'm going on a killer's reality TV show where I literally have to survive, I would want the Philosopher's Stone strapped to my fucking throat as well. Do you know what I mean? Let's run down the list now, and first up is our big boy Devon.
Are you afraid of our slashers?
I can take care of myself.
You're a brave man, Devon.
Who I may also call Devon, by the way. But they're Devon, Devon, the big guy. Now we get to Michael, and it looks like he is just ready to bust.
What brings you here? Money? Fame?
I want it all, mijo.
Of course you do, Michael. Who doesn't?
Jesus, he just got wrecked on TV, am I right? Next up is Rebecca, who, safe to say, is one badass girl.
She is a 3-time winner of the Miss Steel Woman competition and a 2-time Extreme Gladiator champion.
It's Rick here, though, that caught my eye, because we're learning that Rebecca is just an absolute unit of a person.
Just another competition for you to win, Rebecca?
Something like that, mijo.
And Rick's behind her just like, is that right? I'm going to hit that. Now we come on to Rick. Unfortunately, it's not Rebecca doing that. And he has a bit of a weird intro.
This time it's payback. 3 slashers to be buried.
Oh, baby, have we got a show for you tonight.
What is payback? Like, just so you know, they do not explain that further. The audience, though, must get to him, because Rick's big idea is to taunt the soon-to-be people that are going to be trying to kill him.
Bring 'em on, mask-wearing pussies.
Goading our slashers is very risky.
Pretty sure he should have thought before he spoke there, but his mind was elsewhere.
They take everything personally and like to give it that something extra.
Yeah, I think we can all agree Rick is not in for a good time. Now it is on to Clever Clogs Megan.
So, Megan, tell us why you want to be on Slashers.
It's personal.
Well, maybe one of our slashers will pry an answer out of you.
God damn, girl. No wonder she looks raging. Like, she's absolutely livid. And last, and certainly not least, we come on to the fiery redhead Brenda.
I just want to say hi to my friends back home.
Well, I'm sure they're all rooting for you, honey.
So there we have it. We've got the full team introduced, and just fuck off, Megan. Smile, please. Michael is clearly still edging hard, and Devon, well, he is ready for anything by the looks of it.
What a great group.
With it being a television show, of course, we get our first ad break, and Miho, well, she's a bit of a bitch. In case you don't know, which I also didn't know until I googled it, Harakiri is not some character in Kingdom Hearts. No. It is another term for seppuku. You know, the belly-stabbing way to delete your own save file. To put it lightly, we wipe off the lens in quite a nice little breaking the fourth wall moment and back onto the show.
Just in time to meet this week's Masters of Mayhem.
Now that we've met the contestants, it is finally time to see the killers. And first up, we have Chainsaw Charlie.
Let's welcome our favorite, good old, inbred redneck, Chainsaw Charlie.
Fuck me, he is creepy. And he's giving me, like, Flea vibes for some reason. Like, is it just me, or does he look like Flea? I couldn't unsee it.
I'll get this for you.
Next up is our box cover baddie, Preacher Man.
You are all sinners. Oh, yeah.
Clearly Slashers also has an issue with swearing on the platform, because what is he again, Miho?
One bad mother superior, Preacher Man.
Watch your profanity.
I better remember that one. That's good to know. Now coming back from 3 months off for unknown, unsaid, and I can only assume evil reasons, is Dr. Ripper.
Open your mouths and say,
He is definitely the least creepy of the three, but I'm guessing that's going to change. And I'm saying that without seeing the movie yet. Like, that's going to change. We are nearing time to start the show, so just touching on the rules one last time.
The contestants can use whatever they find in the danger zone as a weapon. But once they step in, there's absolutely no turning back and no way out.
It is nice and simple, and just covering all bases, Miho is giving the contestants one last chance to dip. She gets in a little nipple stroke, of course, and he is game.
Game.
Rick, of course, just gives us his classic catchphrase.
Game. Time for some butt kicking.
Megan seems a little bit on edge, but thank God she's here at least. We've got revenge to get, people.
I'm game.
Look at that enthusiasm!
It's still not explained either. She just has revenge to get. That's all we know. With a 2-minute head start, our full roster here decide they're gonna play, and on they go. They hop into the lift with a definitely not green screen monitor here, and Megan being the only one with any sort of layers to her, of course she's the one panicking slightly.
Take it easy. Those slashers ain't so big.
The lift opens up, and after just a little short run, the gang seem to stumble upon Kill House. Everybody takes off except from our layered gal Megan.
I had to do this.
She is just staring us out directly, and finally we get a little drama.
People of America, my blood will soon be on your hands.
That'll be good for ratings, I guess?
An inhuman practice. The acceptance of mass murder.
Whoa, fuck man, don't zoom in like that. Like, warn us in the future. She is just rambling on, but uh-oh, seems like Dr. Ripper has got an undetectable perk. Now I wonder why he has that name, Dr. Ripper.
You have so many interesting things to say and to show.
Oh damn, it is money shot time, baby.
Yes! No! No! No!
Oh, never mind. Turns out Megan has some very fast hands. This whole bit is just really sad for a little while. Like, it's not entertaining.
The systematic brainwashing of corporate sponsors.
It's a weird tone to put in so early in your movie. I'm just going to go on. Eventually cutting the tension here, Preacher Man shows up and it actually becomes less of a sad moment.
Preacher Man will end your suffering on this miserable earth.
Of course she dips like anybody would, and our big boy Rick just pushes back the cameraman. I am getting some proper 2000s sitcom intro vibes from that. Do you know what I mean? Were you wondering what the Philosopher's Stone Adam's apples were all about?
Mr. Fisher, absolutely no interference.
He gets one nasty shock and also just bobs with it. It isn't over yet though, people, as Preacher Man is just hanging out at the window like an oh too friendly neighbour.
Or you'll be breakdancing again.
Sound sinners, as it is written in the Holy Book.
Quick question though, if you're on a show about survival, you know you're going to have to survive, why are you coming here in slacks, man? Surely you would want a joggy bottom, something with flexibility. Rick though, after that electric shock, he is pretty amped up, and he goes to chair the Preacher Man.
For you have transgressed one of our Savior's 7 deadly sins.
Not now, not now.
You need more than a simple chair for a preacher. You need something with range. You should try a pew pew. This Preacher Man is just in character for a really long time taunting them. Like, it is aggressively long. It's like a sermon.
Your souls are black with the evils of greed. You will not be able to bribe St. Peter at the pearly gates for lusting after riches other than the kingdom of our Savior. Straight down to the chitlin.
He eventually leaves and we pan to what I can only describe as a Resident Evil 1 cutscene sounding moment.
Thanks for helping.
Listen, you want some help? Don't try to be a hero, and you might make it out of this.
Well, I won't help you, that's for fucking sure.
Our gal Megan though is hiding out behind the barrel because apparently that must be the only thing big enough to cover her assets. I'm going to stick with assets. Good guy Devon, / Devon, steps up and offers her a hand, and literally the shirt off his back.
Your life's on the line, and you still care that a bunch of strangers can see your stuff.
God damn. Feast your eyes, people.
Cheesecake to beefcake.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Slacks. Devon is looking for weapons, whereas Megan, she is just asking the real questions.
Why didn't he kill me?
Don't you watch the fucking show? Honey, he didn't kill—
My name's Megan.
Glad to meet you, Megan. My name's Devon.
Megan, you're saying that like he is some pig. Which, ladies, not disregarding all of it, I appreciate these feelings are warranted. However, I will say that Devon is the only one that stepped up, helped, wanted nothing in return, and literally gave her back her decency. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were using a barrel to hide yourself. Just lay off her beefcake, right? Just lay off him. Lasagna deserves better than that. Now, why exactly is she still alive, though?
It's because you're a cute little number. Besides, it was too early in the game. He had orders to save you for later.
So she hasn't seen the show, but she's on a revenge path of some kind. I have no idea why she's here. Not complaining, but I've got no idea why she's here. Our Lasagna just gives us a pep talk, and really, he could say anything to boost me right now.
He wants to get all friendly like chat, so the audience could like us, root for us. So when the fun starts, it won't just be pieces of meat they'd be cutting up.
But he's just going on about how it's a live show and it is all about ratings first.
They need to give time to the bookies taking the bets and all chances of survival. This is the #1 gambling event in the world.
Not gonna lie, when he said that, yeah, I got some flashbacks.
This is one of the biggest underground websites in the world. You understand? It's bigger than porn.
If you know, you know. And if you know, thanks for sticking around. Our model is looking to get her own odds of survival and boost them.
What are my chances?
About 5 to 1.
And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not mad about it.
No.
A whole lot better.
Slashers was a great recommendation. Like, we have got something for everything. Am I right, boys? Am I right, ladies? Our feminist, of course, starts the self-respect chat, and Devin, he don't play that shit.
Leave her alone.
She knows what she's doing.
Rick chimes in, and he just, like, cannot not sound like a PS1 game, it seems.
Hey, I don't like this guy's attitude. But he sure shit looks like he knows what he's talking about. We should get cracking, making weapons too.
There is some bickering back and forth until our oh-so-handsome naked butler has just had enough.
That's it. I'm out of here.
No, wait. You're not going alone, are you?
Armed with a table leg and what looks like 0.5% body fat, he is ready to fight.
You're saying we would kill each other?
It's rare, but...
But it happened. I've seen it. You let someone take care of your back, and that someone takes you out.
It takes a bit, but eventually he sets off.
Man, he's so dead.
You creepy fucker. Why was Devin even allowed to run past him?
Come back outside, little flower.
By the way, see this room they're in? It was never said to be a safe spot in the movie. The gang all just came in here, rolled Heisenberg's cash against the door, and the killers just aren't coming in.
You're goddamn right.
We love people here with high moral standards. Just don't forget to take your clothes back off.
You know what, guys? I like this killer. I'm not sure what it is about them.
It is standard procedure before seeing a doctor.
Rick, coming in clutch, gives an ocular pat down to the area, and we are safe.
It's okay. They're gone.
It is time to come together, and weirdly, unexpectedly, Rick is the one making sense.
We should help each other out. But there's no sense in doing so for you if you came here to die.
I said what I wanted to.
Hold up. You've already said you wanted to, Megan. When? When was this? You mean when you sniffled your way through saying there was systematic brainwashing? Like, that's the most we've had at any point. Well, you nailed it then, I guess. Rick, though, agrees with her in probably the most get this man on a register way you could think.
Good girl.
And of course, our feminist is just still on the topless thing.
Are you sure we can't convince you to put a top back on? It's so demeaning.
Let her do what she wants.
Women, stop. Like, of all people, our fiery redhead, she is a model. Just leave her to it.
I like the thought of seeing something nice before I go. Not to mention, it's giving me extra motivation to get us both out of here in one piece. Do you have a boyfriend?
Okay, maybe a top isn't the worst thing. Like, Rick's getting a little too into this. Wanting to fill this movie with a little bit of sadness in here as well, she just has a little bit of an emotion moment.
Listen, Rebecca. Go easy on the insults, okay? Because contrary to what you may believe, I'm not doing this because I'm some kind of bimbo.
Okay, sorry, Rebecca. Maybe you're right.
We're in this together, aren't we? Shithole together, that we are.
You're an actress, right? Well, you'll be a star when we get out of here.
God damn it, Rick. Get your ass in the corner. Fucking Rick. Slacks now calls him out, and he gets way too smug about it.
Hey, Rick. Just remember, they, unlike her, won't be impressed by your muscles.
Tension keeps on rising until he 180s so fast, you'll probably get whiplash.
Even Megan can take her top back off and hope to survive. You? Nothing.
Oh, I can take care of myself. But, you're right. Sorry.
Rest your necks, people. It is all happening now.
I'm just nervous.
We are boarding up the doors and jumping into action. True to fashion, Preacher Man is just at the front door. Our lovely model here sees the only way out, and it is go time.
Don't go in there, it's a trap!
So is this. I'm out of here.
Last stop is Rebecca, but uh-oh. Our badass is going toe to toe with Preacher Man now. She just cheers him down as Flea is the one on chase now. Eventually we are into the basement, and Flea, he just looks fed up at this point, to be honest. It's not going to plan. Eventually, and weirdly, he just leaves. Like, he just leaves them to it.
Not at all.
With things calmed on down, the gals walk into the clown room, and I don't mean there's a clown in there.
Hate clowns. So do I.
Yep, I hate it too, girl. The gals are just chatting away here, and I'll be honest, I didn't expect this. The cameraman actually chimes in now.
Dear contestants, I highly advise you to elaborate on your story. It will use up playing time and might keep you alive longer.
So you're giving advice now?
Not gonna lie, I love this. The fact the cameraman is being used as a character as well as, like, you know, just being the camera is good. It's a good touch, because it saves us just constantly thinking, like, there's a camera guy there. Limiting my praise, he doesn't really give them anything too helpful to get out of here. It's still cool he's talking though.
Great, so now you're back to being the silent peeper?
And then weirdly, the badass just starts going on about how she has MS.
I'm sick. I've been diagnosed with MS. Multiple sclerosis. I'm sorry. 6 months ago.
Absolutely no shade on MS, but it literally comes out of nowhere in this movie.
There's no way I'm going to end up crippled and suffering.
I had to rewind it just to see if I missed, like, something that led into it.
And I told them, so I might as well tell you and the rest of TV land.
Nope. It just happens. Eventually the world's seediest looking door opens up, and left with no options, the gals head into the darkness.
Great. One of these is gonna jump out on us, I know it.
It literally looks like every single pop-up shop you get for Halloween, right? You know, the ones that, like, rent out the premises on the high street every September just to sell the cheapest costumes? That's where we are. Actually, hold up a sec. I can understand the Mummy, the Dracula. Is this a Goblin Templar? Like, I'll be honest, that's a new one for me. There's even some Goosebumps masks for good measure. This whole scene, there's a lot of hanging around.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Fucking Christ, I actually jumped there. Well done, movie. I'll give you that. Preacher Man seems to be keeping Megan for dessert, while he has got his eyes set firmly on Rebecca. Why is Megan not doing anything? Like, at all?
Megan, get out of here!
Silence, you agent of Satan. You've forgotten your role as servant to mine and to the Lord.
It is time to cash in on some ad spots, so we get to zapping, and Preacher Man just kind of stays on her for a bit.
Pray for forgiveness.
Stay tuned, Slasher fans, for the pulse-pounding conclusion after this short break.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
They are having an emotional mid-break plan right now, and they should have a wall between them.
Absolutely no movement will be tolerated during commercial break, or you will be pacified.
I mean, I have to stay here under this fucker?
You know, something like Megan can't get to her but wants to get to her, that sort of thing.
Once this commercial break ends, run away as fast as you can. Do you hear me?
I won't leave you. I can reach you in time.
We count down to showtime, and what do you think happens, people?
2, 1.
Please don't.
God damn, you get him, girl. She is not done yet, though. She goes straight for his Eye of Providence. I did not expect the box art bad guy to be the literal first one out. Like, not even a contestant is dead yet. the box art guy is. Fair play.
Megan, snap out of it. Don't go to pieces on me now. Take it!
When things calm down, we now hear some soft banjo somehow. And who do you think it is, people?
Oh, girlie, you gone and done a bad thing. Yes, you have.
Flea is down bad and here to fight.
Oh, unless you come on over here and give me a little old kiss. Yeah. Well, looks like I plumb run out of gas. Oh, but don't you go anywhere. No. Charlie's gonna be right back.
Oh, well, maybe not. He needs to go and recharge his chainsaw. They go hunting for a secret door, and Rebecca, she's not too smart.
There's gotta be a secret door, like in the cabin.
Obviously, it is going to be where Megan is. Like, it's not even hidden. Like, it's a door shape on a wall. It's going to be there.
It's gotta be here somewhere.
I'm almost annoyed that that's where the door was. Do you know what I mean? Like, why were they both not checking that first for like levers and switches and all that good stuff?
Over here! Quick!
With absolutely zero urgency in their voices, the gals go to dip, but uh-oh.
Be careful!
The bad guys are actually just fucking anywhere in this movie.
I'm sorry I can't take care of you myself, but as you can see, I'm presently occupied with a patient.
Dr. Ripper is just taunting as expected, as we now hear a newly charged chainsaw revving up. Damn movie. Like, that was actually insane. Her innards sadly become outwards as she just flops to the floor. And Flea, well, he just has to pop his little head in.
Well, next time you'll be nicer to Charlie. Oh, yes, you will. Oh, hey, Doc. You take care of little Sweet Pea there, because I gotta go. Okay, toodaloo.
Megan now, though, finally gets revenge. Not the main revenge, but she gets revenge for old Ripper taking her top.
You fucker! Fuck you!
I did not expect him to just look like a dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just looks like any dude you'd find at the pub. But Ripper does what Ripper does best, and he goes to rip her top off. Money shot, baby. Bloody hell, Megan is still just so fast. Like, it's fine. We didn't want to see anything anyway. It's fine. We've got lasagna. Although she is clearly just that worst friend you have to lend stuff to. Like, she's already down 2 fucking tops. Ripper is getting even less subtle now and is just outright asking to see the goods.
So why don't you show yourself to our fine audience?
I don't think he's asking though, if you catch my drift. I mean, I thought he had a knife. It is starting to look more like a cleaver. This fine gentleman is just not giving up though, and allows Megan to go hands-free in the dark.
I will make things easier on you.
We are into night vision time now, and she is just getting taunted hard. After a few pokes and prods, it is understandably getting far too much for her.
God, you want to see my death?
Yes, I do.
It is finally money shot time. Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah! Look at them! Turn on the lights, you coward!
Oh, this is just the saddest one yet. Like, somebody give her a top. Not bad though. Our Ripper satisfied seeing the show. He just now dips. He clearly has just a one-track mind.
That's just feeling, Megan.
And as for Megan, well, she goes for her 3rd costume change of the show. I mean, at least it's camo. That might help her. Our robot sounding ass cameraman is still unfortunately just not able to help.
God, it won't kill you to tell me that!
So sorry, but I cannot. I lose my job.
It's like he's following the same rule as Buddy Attenborough. You know when he sees like an animal in the wild struggling and he just can't intervene? This is Attenborough rules right now.
And this is just about as fast as it can move.
Forget about me, but do not give up so easy. Keep moving or they will be forced to make things interesting again.
She should have moved sooner though, because now it really is time to flee.
Good.
Oh, you're pretty.
Thinking on her feet, she bites her boop and now just dips hard. I actually got so hyped thinking that that was going to be the He-Man song coming in, but sadly not. Thankfully, she makes it back onto our lovely lasagna, but it is not over yet, people.
Girls always run away from Charlie. Yes, they do.
Flea, though, is actually a bit courteous, because he gives Megan the time to catch lasagna up on what's happened.
Looks like they're gonna give us a little break, even though he's with us. You haven't been by yourself all this time, have you?
There's just a lot of back and forth going on here. Megan catches lasagna up that the preacher man is dead, and he is just forever the optimist.
Luckily for you, he was a dumbass rookie.
I don't think Rebecca was very lucky at all.
We get to moving, and Devin is just laying it on thick for us to be on the firm edge of our seats.
Sometimes, they just want to scare you, make you think something's gonna happen. Other times, they just miss their fucking cues.
He just keeps on being more meta and more meta as they're making their way through these bloody paintball huts.
You know in horror movies, only the spectators can hear the scary music because the characters don't know they're in deep shit? Well, we know we're in deep shit.
He goes on and on. We learn that he used to box, but he got a concussion when he was in the war, so he had to stop boxing, and Megan just follows him. I really hope anything of that is relevant. It's not like we need to hear that he used to be able to fight to realise he's a threat. Look at him. Like, I'm not going against him. I could have a black belt. I ain't fighting that dude. After about 2 hours of him monologuing, Dr. Ripper shows on up yet again, and now he is just cutting straight to the chase.
Remove that girl's shirt at once.
Is that his role now on the show? Like, yeah, he's here to kill people, but he's also like the tits guy. Is that in his contract, or is that a Dr. Ripper thing? Like, does he just take that opportunity? I have no idea. He's all about the tits. Thankfully, though, it is an open space with plenty of distance, so like, there's no shot he's getting to them.
Fuck you!
Oh shit, never mind. God damn you, Flea. Our sorely missed model, though, comes to the rescue. Our cameraman, though, is slow AF, and yet somehow is still let into the room. Surely he would be kept out. Like, if I was in the room, I would have shut the door as soon as the gang got in. Anyway, cameraman speed aside, the gang is now all together.
Now I'm gonna have to chop and slice, 'cause you've been naughty and I'm nice.
Well, except Rebecca. She's not even all together herself.
Where's Rebecca? They got her. Poor kid. Saw the whole thing.
Rick, get your fucking hands out your pockets, mate. Like, go grab a weapon. You've got actual killers here now. Fucking boy. It is game plan time now, and it turns out our big boy beefcake lasagna Devin isn't all just looks. He's actually seen the show and knows how it works in the sort of set up to these rooms.
Episode 15. They use the same set. You guys can't notice, but it's happening too slowly. But this room has started moving. In a few minutes, this rear exit that makes this place seem safe is going to be closed off.
Hold up. Time out for just a second. I just had a thought. So this is a really big hit as a Korean reality show, and now it's made its way over to America. Devin knows not only the spaces and locations, but he also knows all the killers as seen earlier. Like, he talked about them.
Luckily for you, he was a dumbass rookie.
Now, fair enough, it is probably new killers with, you know, their normal American accents, as opposed to Korean actors and killers coming over here and learning English. Because the alternative is, they got American versions of the Korean show Killers, in which case, I can't imagine Flea being quite a big hit in Korea. Like, trust me, this is a naive question. There's probably other characters or personas that are found more threatening in Korea. I just can't imagine it being like a hillbilly with a chainsaw. Like, it's just, it seems so American. Anyway, back onto the movie, and Megan is now just asking what we all would.
Devon? Can I go with you?
I'm sorry.
I don't blame you, girl. We're just back to calling out the poor cameraman again.
Lucky bastard. He leaves, this guy stays with us again.
This has some real breaking the fourth wall energy.
They were filming all the time, even when we didn't know it. Oh my god.
it's also taken me until now to realise who our feisty, fiery redhead reminds me of. It's fucking Lady Gaga. Like, probably the Fortnite skin more than anything. Actually, that's who I'm getting. I'm getting that energy from her. Slacks here, though, is wanting to split up, and I do wonder if he has any other motives.
You and Brenda, me and Megan. What do you think?
No.
You dirty little bugger. Like, he just wants a shot at the puppies. That's all he wants. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wait another day to see the boobs, because we are setting off as a group.
You want to go off solo like Devon? Be my guest.
All right. We stay together.
And they walk into what I can only describe as like a hidden dev room in a PS2 game. Like, you know when you clip out the map, go into a certain room and all their faces are there? That's where they are. Megan now is the one that seems to have some inside knowledge because she seems to recognise all the faces.
What is it? Did you know him? They're past contestants.
It turns out Slacks, though, seems to really know his stuff, to like a worrying degree.
This is Switchblade Sam's last one before he got killed. These others, they're all Dr. Rippers.
Our boy Rick, who, I'm not gonna lie, I've been wavering on him a bit throughout this movie. Like, he's good and then he's weird. He is starting to make a lot of assumptions, though, and to be honest, I can't say any of them are strictly wrong.
Whoa, wait a fucking minute. Are you some kind of suicide-wishing S&M freak who wet dreams himself on being done in by one of these fuckers?
What? No.
Oh, snap, Rick. Fucking give you one of them. We learn about our poor bouncer Rick here and why he's on the show. Is it revenge? Is it money-driven? No. He was dared to be here.
You better stop laughing.
That is really stupid.
Did you say? You better apologize quick and apologize nice.
Oh shit, no, he is up against the wall. Like, literally up against the wall. That has not gone well until now.
He's in the goddamn wall!
What did I tell you? Don't go against the walls, people. Dr. Ripper is just at it again, though, as Brenda Fast Hands McGee gets away.
He's gone.
It is time for a little bit more stripping here, as we need a shirt for Brenda. And Slacks is just continuing to be a cocky prick.
You take your shirt off right now or I'll rip your fucking head off.
Hey, Rick, I dare you to say something intelligent. Go on, I dare you.
Mate, you have two on. Just stop being a knob. Doc has signed her face, and now Rick is actually stepping up.
I'm sorry. Come on. You'll be alright. I promise. I won't let anything happen to you again.
Fair play to you. I mean, still like a PS1 character, but he's stepping up.
Come on. You'll be alright. I promise.
We get to moving, and I can only hope for the gang's sake they get somewhere better.
Wow, look at that! The Bridge of Death.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we are not catching a break here. I'm sure you could probably just climb up on over, but apparently that low wall plywood is the end of the road. Flea appears yet again, right on cue, but just in time for an ad break.
Don't touch that remote! Don't!
Rick is now just standing his ground.
You're doing a whole lot less talking in just 1 minute when your hand is off of your neck. Oh, yes, you will.
Well, you better make it a clean fucking shot, asshole, because you are going down. We both are.
Hashtag Team Rick, am I right? I've come full circle on him. Sorry I doubted you in the start, Rick. And now it is Flea who tries to, well, flee, but uh-oh.
Oh, like hell I'll remain in position.
I actually love this. Like, I was wondering why they all had the Philosopher's Stone strapped to them, but this makes sense. It's good.
You heard what he said? The crazy fuck means it!
Flea dropping the accent is almost more creepy to me. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because now he's just a guy. Like, although the mask came off Dr. Ripper and we seen he was a guy, he still acted insane, whereas now Flea's just a dude. He eventually gives Rick a proposition as the show is just counting on down.
I let you pass. Okay?
Lying, Rick. Don't you believe a word he...
What do you think, people? Would you go for this?
I let you pass. Okay?
How about you? You bet you make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Action. All right. Nice and slow. I'll be seeing you soon, kid.
I did not think he'd be a man of his word. Looks like he might get out of this. Now it is time for the most detailed, realistic, gory chainsaw death in cinematic history. Well, that was something. I can say that at least.
Hey Rick, I think he got the point. Yes, indeedy.
Oh, fuck off, Slacks. That's my job. Fucking, I hate him. I honestly thought that he would just be some sort of timid, you know, weak character that needed defending this whole movie. He is just getting more and more insufferable every time he's on screen.
He gave his life for us!
Look, you have to admire the guy, but man, what a stupid move.
Although, fair play to the movie surprising me on that, I suppose. Like, they are subverting expectations quite a few times in this movie. Although I've got to ask, they were in a room full of like wooden chairs and tables and implements. Why is he carrying around the two smallest bits of wood possible? Onwards now to the next spooky, scary room they're going to encounter, and it is a crazy mirror room with very few mirrors in it. Like, I've seen better at Blackpool Pleasure Beach for free. As you might expect though, Slacks just decides to go in hard on our main girl for absolutely, and I'm not joking, no reason whatsoever.
You think you're so moral with your political mumbo jumbo. We're all capitalist sinners. Bullshit. You're the one who's fucked up.
Our feisty gal though finally sees the DR written across her face, and we just take a moment to breathe. Fucking psych. This movie has absolutely zero time to breathe. It doesn't care about your lung capacity. It's going to keep moving. Now people, we have even more brilliant gore for you. And this face for some reason.
Come on!
Obviously the deputy from Doc, and he is just really loving his time on screen.
I love vanity. Mr. Director, I'm ready for my close-up.
Who is that reminding me of? I don't, who's Honey, is it, what's her name? Honey Boo Boo's mum. That's who it is. It's Honey Boo Boo's mum. We are on to the next room yet again, and Slacks needs to keep it firmly in his slacks.
Look for a secret door.
Lucky me. The love room.
I think he's after an entrance more than an exit at this point, if you catch my drift, girl.
All that running was exciting, wasn't it?
Yep, you can probably guess what he is after here.
If we have sex, we will buy ourselves some no attack time until the next commercial break. If we screw, we buy ourselves some free minutes of guaranteed peace.
Well, when you put it like that, you really know how to sweet talk someone.
You up for it?
No! God, what is the matter with you?
He just keeps on trying to charm her and letting her know that he can turn her G-spot into a safe spot to wait out the clock.
We have about 18 minutes to go. If we have sex, we are that much closer to the whistle.
No.
I can kind of see his point. If you guys knock boots, you shave down the time you have to stay alive to 17.5 minutes. I see your plan. Just real talk, I know I joked earlier about how he was getting off on this show. He is like really getting off on this show now.
He won't attack us if we give a good show.
Slacks clearly not taking no for an answer, just really continues to not take no for an answer, if you know what I mean.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this.
I'm going to skip on a bit. This scene goes exactly the way you're imagining, and it's not fun to watch. It's weird. However, thankfully, Megan does get away.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that!
You should have died at birth.
She is about to be, you know, until...
Oops! Am I interrupting something?
I am soaking wet right now.
Fucking yes, our lasagna is back to the rescue, baby.
You don't want to do anything rash. With what I picked up from old Charlie, you don't stand a fucking chance.
And my God, he is armed to the teeth now. Obviously, these two go back and forth at this point. Slacks is sorry.
I was just scared. just trying to stay alive. I didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, but Lasagna, he ain't taking that shit.
Listen, asshole, I don't give a shit. So why don't you just go on your merry way, and I won't cut your ass to pieces.
Our newly learned Slacks the Ripper heads off, and these two take off on their own, but unfortunately they seem to be down a chainsaw.
Damn. It didn't work before either. Well, at least it scared off old Michael. Luckily, he ain't too good with the bluff.
Lasagna, though, like he's found a good loot box in Fortnite, spreads out the weapons and gives Megan his wood.
If something happens to me, don't let that fucker Michael near you, okay?
Not like that. We have left the sex room. Get your head out the gutter. Forever the optimist he is, there is just not long left.
How much time is left?
I don't know. But enough time to kill us both. Twice.
No, you fucker! Ah!
Cheers, mate. That's helpful to know. That's the motivation we need. Devon heads on through a new door, but of course it just snaps shut, separating them.
Megan, don't worry.
They find Slacks just lying there dead. I hope. But I also hope he isn't dead, because we didn't get to see it, and I really want to see Slacks just get what's coming to him. Do you know what I mean? At this point, if he's dead, I'm happy. If he's alive and then dies, I'm also happy. In comes Doc, though, right on cue for a final showdown. Doc, though, uses his ultimate, and shit is getting real.
Time to play, Devon. Ah, yes.
It is cheesy, but I love the fact that, like, the killer has an ability.
No one can hide from my sight.
I do wish each of the killers had some sort of gimmicky ability, but it's quite cool that he's got this. Unable to see Doc coming, our Lasagna channels his inner Spidey sense. Absolutely, yes, mate. And also, this is probably how every parent describes what will happen if you use Q-tips. Just saying. We are 3 killers down, some time on the clock. What happens next, people? Oh, fuck off, Slacks. Like, I swear, he better die.
You should have known I was faking. Mr. Roving Peeper here was with you and that little bitch the whole time.
That is a fair point, and again, this movie subverted me for, like, having that layer to it. It is shite, there's only one camera, not 100% believable, but knowing there's one camera, it makes sense nobody would die off camera.
Oh, Devon, don't be so hard on yourself. You were distracted by the good doctor.
In fairness, I'm pretty sure we all were about a year ago.
Dr. Hahn, I am a surgeon!
Slacks, though, sadly, decides to cut up the lasagna, and now he is done with him. Megan, absolutely none the wiser, now just decides to head on in, and Slacks, he is an absolute psychopath.
He put up a good fight, but he didn't make it. But it's okay. He hurt the doctor real bad, and...
Megan, he tried to, like, you know what, like 5 minutes ago. Like, actually tried to do it. Stop being accepting.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Thank God. I was so scared.
Hey.
She gives him the good old tried and tested smack to the balls and dips.
Everything's gonna be all right.
I absolutely love a botwang in a movie. So effective, so simple. Meanwhile, Slacks here is just equipping his favourite charms, and it looks like he is picking up the Doc's mantle.
You want the show to end all shows? Tell me where she's going.
We realise, well, he admits what we already knew, that he has a few insecurities about him.
I am tired of being a fucking wimp! I'll show Julie I'm not a coward! I'll show them all!
He goes on for a while, this is his time to monologue, and I'll be honest, this one I didn't expect.
I chose this show for my coming out.
Ha! Gay!
I'm the one the tabloids have baptized the Bible doll killer. 26 victims in all.
So he is already a serial killer, like outside of the show. What the fuck movie? I'm not surprised in the fact I didn't think he had it in him. He's a psycho. Surprised the movie's going this way. There's definitely been clues, he's been ramping up to this. The movie's paced him pretty well. Finally he shuts on up, but unfortunately he finds good old Megan fast hands. He of course, like seen previously, wants Megan to trade in her stick for his own stick, if you catch my drift.
You throw away your little stick, and then you come on over here, and you blow me.
Brother,
Just as tension is rising on up here, we move into our next ad break. Gotta get that revenue somehow, baby.
And we'll be right back with the mind-blowing conclusion of Slashers.
Oh well, I'm in no hurry.
We just learned that we have got 2 minutes left once this ad break finishes.
The only one who's gonna do some nailing is me, on you, honey, doggy style.
Which, I'll be honest, just feels like really bad production. Like, you wouldn't leave 2 minutes, you would leave a good chunk left. Do you know what I mean? Like, give it at least 5. Slacks, though, just continues to be the worst guy.
To do their little murder show here, the producers have included in our contracts a little legal clause. Whatever is said and done during this show is unusable in a court of law.
Turns out, these folks didn't read the fine print enough.
Our contract said that anything that happens during the show is not legally binding. But we're not on the air right now! What you've said during the break is now all on tape and considered legal evidence.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I.
It is so weird seeing him just say his plan out loud. Like, some folks like him in movies just have the tone, the air of being seedy, if you will. He's just outright telling us.
I'll tell you, and then I'm gonna you and kill you. And not necessarily in that order.
And for the record, I'm not downplaying him as just being a bit seedy. I'm just treading lightly for YouTube purposes. We all know how bad he is. The countdown is up and it is time to fight.
Action! Oh, you fucking...
Oh damn. I know I mentioned The Office earlier, but he really is Brian the cameraman.
So someone needs to shut you up!
Hey!
The cameraman has seen her tatas, recorded her tatas, and is on her side now. He doesn't say this by any means, but I'm just assuming. It's a safe assumption. Realising though that he is absolutely buggered, he has just got one option left.
Oh well, I wasn't supposed to get out of here alive anyway. And when in Rome...
I am not going to try and understand the physics of this. Like, I don't think this is possible. And viewer, you best cover your eyes if you're not wanting to see any realistic, gory violence. However, we're watching slashers, so you're fine here.
Hey!
What is that face? Like, why is this movie so bad at creating doubles of their own actors? Now things are settling down, the cameraman seems to have a bit of swag about him yet again.
She blocked you, asshole. You will free. It didn't matter if we are off the air.
Megan, you clever little minx you. 괚ᴍᴜ here just catches on up to Megan because he's got like nowhere else to go and, well, nobody else to film. They have a nice little back and forth slight bonding moment, and then the cameraman just out of nowhere clearly sets a few boundaries.
Why did you help me?
Do not thank me. Listen, I don't care about you or anyone else stupid enough to come here. You want to mess with your life. Go ahead.
Why even say that? Like, just enjoy the moment. It doesn't last long though, because 괚ᴍᴜ is after a few gold coins.
That was pretty stupid me telling you I didn't care about you with you being so rich. Now, if you're feeling generous, I did save your life.
Megan, of course, leaves to cheer and fanfare.
Megan Larry, our all-time biggest winner!
She finally has the platform she has been wanting to say her message.
I'm gonna use every cent of this money to fight you sons of bitches!
And with that, we roll on into credits.
Just turn it off.
Well, that movie was not what I expected it to be. See, especially those last 20 minutes, I did not have Slacks turning the way he did on my bingo card. Honestly, that outfit is just horror movie 101 for nerd. For this movie, clearly looking pretty low budget, Those kills are exactly what I'm looking for in this channel. It doesn't have to look amazing, but see ones that are just surprising, jump out at you, big in concept. I am here for it. I'm going to have a fun time with those kills. Slashers, you didn't disappoint. Rick, though, definitely didn't deserve it. A lot of them didn't deserve it. You know, they signed up to the show, though, so it's kind of on them. He turned around in the end. Fucking Team Rick for sure. And also, I don't know if any of you noticed this while watching it, because it took me quite a bit. The movie done a really good job at masking its cuts. It genuinely took me far too long to realise this film was going for a sort of one-shot take approach. Would I recommend this movie on the sort of basis that you would watch it seriously as you're wanting a good horror movie for the night? No, of course I wouldn't. However, if you're planning a watch party of any kind, watching it with anybody, perhaps even bringing a drinking game into the mix, I would definitely recommend Slashers. It is every bit ridiculous, fun, gory. It's got the kills in there. That was Slashers. What did you make of it? Did you have a good time? I am glad I jumped into it. As I mentioned, I'm always on edge for a comedy horror because I don't want it to be like actually funny. But one like this was great, where just the concept was the comedy sort of aspect, and then the rest of the film was full-on horror. It was good for that. I don't actually think there was one joke in here. Other than the killers taunting the contestants, yeah, there wasn't any sort of jokes made. Are there any other slashers, horrors, really just a watch party vibe movie you'd like to see on this channel? Please do let me know. If you made it this far and you haven't yet, do hit subscribe. That would be amazing to see. And with everything behind us, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you on the next one.